Of Wemby, yeah, that was definitely big. Speaking of Wemby, post game.
Victor, you guys got outscored, I think, 41-19 in the fourth and overtime. What do you think contributed to that? What went wrong in the last two sessions?
I don't know. Got to respect their. Of course, we did our mistakes for sure. Too many turnovers, and also we got to respect their, their scouting and them stepping up.
You had 2 points in the extra in overtime.
We had 12 turnovers to their 7 for the game.
Aggressive.
If I needed the ball more, it's on me, because it's. As I said, it's especially playing against teams like that, back to back, and we beat them over there. It's
You said, in all seriousness, really encouraging for all the tough games coming this month. Can't expect at least half the games as wins. Spurs are going to be totally fine, right? Like, we're going to remain a 500 team. I mean, I go into these games, and when they're playing well, they didn't play super well this game, but when they play amount of effort that they played with this one, and their crunch time has been so much better than last season, right? I think last season they showed, 3-12, right? 3-12 in their crunch time amongst 15 games, and then this year they were 9-6, so now 9-7. Really impressive stuff, right? That's a huge improvement from last season. So they're definitely finishing games better. And a big chunk of that is the veterans. And I think a big chunk of that is also the addition of Steph Castle. It was like 3-18 on that graphic. Oh, I thought it was 2-13. I don't know. But yeah, they gotten way better. Honestly, I feel like Chris Paul's shot is gone. Need to hand the keys to Castle. Okay, Chris Paul. It's not like Chris Paul's been with the Spurs forever, and now it's time for him to give up the reins. Like, the whole point of him coming here was for him to be able to get minutes and play ball and hoop, right? And he's gotten that opportunity. He's top 6, I think, in the league in assists per game. So he's getting that out of it. But I do agree with you as far as his shooting has been pretty abysmal. But you still have quite a few games where he hit some clutch shots for us at the end of the game. So I don't think it's a matter of handing the keys over to Castle. He is a rookie, right? I don't think that the Spurs are playing I don't think they're necessarily playing Chris Paul over Castle. For a big chunk of the season, it was Castle and Chris Paul together, right? Castle getting just as much play time, finishing games and everything. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's like, it's time to hang up the keys, old man. I don't think it's that type of deal. I think it's just, maybe we're overthinking it a little bit. I know Castle hasn't been the best as of late, but we might just be overthinking it. Let him play. Let him finish it up. I mean, I trust Castle out there. Is what from what I've seen this season. I know this was college, but I mean, he is a champion in the NCAA. It took a lot of poise to get to that point. He was a big part of that championship. I do trust him. I trust his demeanor. I trust him not to make too many bad mistakes that will cost you the game. But that's just me.
We always go back and forth in the scouting, the coverages, the defenses, the way to guard each other. So I should have done a better job at being more assertive.
True.
And catching the ball.
Can you step back and look at these two games as a whole and say to yourself that getting one win against a very good team like the Nuggets out of these two,
mm-hmm.
and playing them into overtime in the second one is a continuation of the improvement of this team?
Of course it is, but it doesn't mean it's enough. And of course, one win is better than 0, but it's worse than 2. And Chris said something very interesting here, that I really agreed with yesterday. He said we're not here to play good games. You know, we're here to win games. So we could get satisfied with saying, yeah, well, we played them to overtime and we had a good one, fellas. You know, but that's not what we want.
Well, now you have another 4-game road trip staring you in the face.
I think winning that last road game should help a lot.
What's the approach?
Should build
now
character
to that, and the rest of the month too. That's just a pretty brutal.
So,
schedule.
one game after the other, of course. And for tonight, I'm just gonna relax and try to get some sleep. But tomorrow will be each one of us will these past games will be behind us, and we'll be focused on the next ones.
Quick question off the game tonight, outside of the game. Mitch continues to warm you up. What are your thoughts on that? Just here he is, becoming a head coach, but he still goes through the same routine with you.
Certainly appreciate it, and it's it shows that he cares about our routines. He cares about
Oh, thanks for the super chat. Clan, can you kick Ultimate Saiyan? He just trolling. What do you say now? Castle is overrated. What are all his messages? CP3 is horrible. Castle's overrated. Wemby head down like a B. Okay. The other ones weren't ban worthy. That one, we're putting you on timeout. Putting you on timeout, buddy. Here, you guys can listen to Wemby while I do that.
Us as individuals, and he's not willing to sacrifice this relationship he has with us because he became a head coach. So it just shows his personality and where his heart is at.
Among the birthday lines, this is the second year in a row you've had a home game on your birthday. What's that been like to kind of share the day a little bit with the fan base, with teammates?
It feels good for sure, to have everybody being kind, from the chef who saw me coming in, saying happy birthday, to the fans singing a little bit during warm-ups. It's everybody is in a good mood, so it makes me in a good mood.
What did you learn from Joker tonight?
That's a good question.
Well, a lot of things. I learned a lot of things about how he makes his teammates better, but also how I should guard him. So, but yeah, it's a lot, and I'll watch these games again, and I'm sure I will notice some stuff.
What is you mentioned Chris talking about how just playing good isn't enough in a loss, and I think after the Christmas game,
Yeah, birthday loss is rough.
He talked about he doesn't want to hear this is a young team stuff anymore.
Oh yeah.
What has the difference been this season in terms of now that you're in this sort of postseason race, the mentality and the focus going into each game as opposed to last year where I guess...
I want to say this. I know this is like super random. I think that the Spurs media is pretty great. And I think that if he were somewhere else, like LA, it would be much harsher, much just worse. I don't think, sometimes we get some questions that's kind of whack, right? But like for the most part, it never feels like, it's very rare. We watch all these, right? We watch basically 90% of these, and it never feels like the interviewers are trying to get you on a gotcha, And I think that's pretty cool. Oh, you guys know what I mean by that. Like there's no questions that's like, oh, let me get you on that one. A couple times it's happened, but not really. And I think that's nice. That's nice. Even if the Spurs were, even this season, if they were losing as much as they did last season, I don't think that the interviewers would be any different.
Maybe there was more development going on.
So of course last year was
Sometimes the tough questions are the best ones, though. Yeah, no. They'll ask some tough questions, right? But like, it's not in a. I don't know really how to explain it. it's not. It doesn't. It never really feels like it's an insincere. I'm trying to get you on a gotcha, trying to get under your skin type question, right? It might just be a tough question, but you know, yeah, I don't know. Just seems more sincere than a lot of other media outlets I've seen. That's all.
You know, we couldn't think of the playoffs. We had to think about, you know, the instant, because thinking of saying we want to go to the playoffs would have been you know, going too quick because we weren't there yet. But and now I agree with Chris. You know, it's the facts are.
Well, I'm saying it's always been like that. You said losing players and chasing people away is bad for business. Reporters and other franchises can be pretty rough. Like the Spurs have always seemed to have a pretty good, you know, news circuit that asks the questions. Sometimes you get some pretty tough questions. Yeah, tough questions are not bad faith questions. There you go. Yeah, there's some bad faith questions, you know, or questions that, like, I don't want any of the questions to start bringing up what someone on Twitter said or something like that, you know? You know what I mean? If it's an overall consensus amongst fans, I guess. But sometimes they ask questions where it's like, wow, that was really uncalled for.
Sorry, yeah, we're a young team, you know. We got HB and Chris now, but we're still a young team.
You should do a segment updating the Bulls, Hawks, and Hornets picks. Maybe we can do that Monday night after the game.
But using that as an excuse is, for me, it's let me say, like, it's like.
I agree with you. They are nicer in San Antonio, but I think it's because they have to be. Well, I guess the reason why they do it doesn't matter as much. I mean, that might be it. But saying they have to be, I don't know, man. Journalists, I don't know. Kawhi's back. Is he really? Is that true, chat? Is Kawhi back?
Like pressing the brake, you know. Like, I mean, we just using that.
Yep. Oh, that's
as an
cool.
excuse is,
That'd be fun.
It's,
hopefully he stays healthy.
It would show a bad.
That's good for the NBA.
If you use that as an excuse.
Ça fait 100 matchs que t'es en NBA et t'as pas fait de compromis sur le
He returned today and had a good game. That's good. All right, so now it's French, so we're going to end the segment there. You can see Wemby's obviously upset, and that's good. That's good. He's not going to hold on to it. He'll forget about it tomorrow. But it's good. It's always nice after the game where we're frustrated. You can tell that the players are pretty frustrated as well. But they'll be all right. They'll be all right. They'll be okay. All right. All I had to say about this one. Not really much else to say. I am happy Kawhi's back, though. You know, no hate there. I am happy that Kawhi's back. Kawhi helping us out by beating the Hawks. Is that what happened today? I was on the road. Let me see. Oh. Beating the Hawks was an understatement, guys. Oh. Hawks 7. All right, let's get you out. Let's go and get you out of that. Let's get you out of those playoffs. All right, let's get you out of those playoffs. We need you down here to. We probably won't get you to 12. Let's get you around 11. We could do that. We can get the Hawks down to 11. What games they got coming up? Who you got coming up, Hawks? Oh, Hawks. Oh, that's tough. Jazz shouldn't be hard. Oh, you got the Suns, then you got the Rockets, then you got the Suns. That bull shouldn't be hard. Then you got the Celtics, then you got the Knicks. So, we could very well see you lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the next 7 games. That would be nice. Can you keep losing for us? Hawks? Suns are in free fall. Hey, they're still in the West, okay? See who they lost to. They lost to the Pacers. They lost to the Warriors. Lost to the Grizzlies. Warriors, Mavericks, justified. They beat the Nuggets and then lost to the Nuggets. And lost to the Pistons. Oh, God, they suck. They suck so bad. But they're still in the West, all right? This team is the equivalent, 15-8. This team is the equivalent of the Hawks going against the Bulls. We are so cooked. I'm just kidding. It's probably equivalent to them going against Pacers, Pistons. Man, if we could break 500 on Rodeo Road Trip this year, be cool for us. That would be great. All right, inning segment.